In the little town of Clearwater, where rivers shimmered like silver ribbons and daisies swayed in the breeze, there lived a girl named Marlene, the Rain Girl. She wasn't just any girl. Marlene could make it rain. When she lifted her hands and whispered softly to the clouds, gentle drops would fall. She didn't summon storms or floods, just the perfect kind of rain, cool, soft and full of life. The kind that made gardens bloom and farmers smile. Everyone in Clearwater loved her. They'd wave and call, "Thank you, Marlene, you've saved our crops again." Or, "Bless you, sweet child, the rain came just in time." And Marlene would beam with joy, her heart light as a cloud. But as time passed, people began to forget. They got used to her gifts. The farmers stopped saying thank you. The children no longer danced in her puddles. Even the mayor, who once called her Clearwater's treasure, stopped inviting her to town meetings. Whenever she made it rain, people simply went on with their day, as if the water falling from the sky had always been theirs to command. One morning, Marlene stood on a hill overlooking the valley. She raised her hands and whispered the words she'd spoken 1,000 times before, but nothing happened. The sky remained a stubborn blue. No breeze, no clouds, no rain. She tried again and again, but her magic, her beautiful rain, was gone. Her heart sank. "Have I lost it?" she whispered. For the first time, Marlene felt truly small beneath the endless, unfeeling sky. The journey to find the sky's secret. She packed a small bag, a piece of bread, an apple, and her grandmother's tiny silver charm shaped like a raindrop, and began her journey to Skyreach Hill, a place said to touch the heavens themselves. Along the way, she passed through the nearby towns. The ground was cracked and dry. The people were grumpy and tired. Yet none of them recognized her. At one point, she saw a family by the roadside. Their blue car had slipped into a muddy ditch after a rare, sudden shower days ago. The father strained to push, the mother wiped her brow, and two little boys stood crying, unsure how to help. Marlene hurried over. "Let me help," she said. The father blinked, surprised. "Oh, thank you, young lady. We've been at this for hours." The mud was thick and sticky, but Marlene pressed her small hands against the car and pushed with all her strength. Soon, a few other travelers stopped to lend a hand. A baker, a farmer, even an old woman walking her dog. Together they counted 1, 2, 3. With a loud squelch, the car rolled free. The mother cheered, the boys clapped, and everyone smiled. "Thank you," they said in unison. Marlene's cheeks glowed. The moment felt warm, fuller than any rain she'd ever called down. As they waved goodbye, one of the little boys ran back and handed her a daisy. "For helping," he said shyly. She tucked it behind her ear and continued up the hill, her heart strangely light. The sky speaks. At last, Marlene reached the top of Skyreach Hill. The wind was strong there, whistling through her hair. She fell to her knees and cried, "Sky, why did you take my rain away? I only ever wanted to help." Then, through the wind, she heard a soft, ancient voice, the voice of the sky spirit. "Marlene, my child," it whispered like thunder rolling over a distant sea. "Your gift was never truly gone. It was waiting for your heart to remember its truest purpose." Marlene blinked away her tears. "My purpose?" "Yes," the voice said. "You gave rain so others could live, but lately you gave it only to be thanked." Gratitude is a beautiful thing, but it must flow both ways, like the river after the rain. The people forgot to be grateful, but you forgot to be grateful for the giving itself. Marlene's heart tightened. She remembered the faces of those she'd helped, the family by the ditch, the travelers who joined in, the daisy tucked behind her ear. She closed her eyes and whispered, "Thank you for reminding me." And in that moment, the clouds began to gather. Soft drops landed on her cheeks, first one, then two, then 1,000 more. The rain had returned, but this time it felt different, not something she commanded, but something she shared. She laughed through her tears, spinning in the gentle downpour. The return of gratitude. When Marlene returned to Clearwater, the people rushed out of their homes, delighted to see her again. The gardens drank deeply, the air smelled sweet, and laughter filled the streets. But Marlene didn't need their thanks anymore. She smiled and said simply, "The rain comes when hearts are open." That evening, as the sunset painted the wet streets gold, the people gathered in the square with flowers, cakes, and songs. They didn't just thank her for the rain, they thanked her for reminding them to be thankful. And from that day forward, every time rain graced the town, the children would run outside, lift their faces to the sky, and shout, "Thank you, Marlene! Thank you, rain!" Marlene would smile quietly, knowing that the truest magic wasn't in making rain, it was in making hearts remember to be grateful. Moral of the story: gratitude isn't just about receiving, it's about giving with love, helping without expecting, and remembering that kindness always finds its way back like rain to the earth. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.